Come on, Froggy.
What is with the worm? So...
Damn it, Froggy. I got calms that pay money, but every time you talk it makes me wanna work on the art piece with you
No!
and Papa.
You have to do
Where
your
you're in
comms!
biscuit fursona and Papa is throwing a stick playing fetch with you.
You have
Yes,
to...
I showed Ghosty and she liked it, but she was also 2 drinks deep, so that might not hold up, Keck.
Oh my god, wait, that's so cute! Oh my god! And then also, like, that speaks to and soothes my inner child, because I had an absent father figure growing up, and now it's like I'm reliving my lost childhood with my dad, PapaMutt. I don't know why this keeps happening. Whenever I inherit friends, no, that makes it sound like I'm entitled. You would know, inherit is correct. I am entitled. I'm entitled to other people in their time. 100%. Yes. Whenever I inherit a new friend, they always transform into, like, my missing father figure. It doesn't matter if they're non-binary, if they're femme, if they're masc, it doesn't matter. They're always my new dad. I don't know why it happens. Like Cabal, Papa, Salty, Doran, Min, Ray, Nags, Ari. All my friends are my dad. Pluto! Pluto's my dad.
The sub-child is here.
Pluto's big time my dad. Dad, Grimmy's my dad.
Smile.
Yeah. All my friends, or maybe... Ooh. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you the Uber story. I am. I just have to get out a leather sofa for a moment because... Hold on. Therapy lounge with couch. I just had a revelation, I think. I looked inside myself and I think I've had an epiphany. I think I've had a breakthrough. Hold on. Stop telling me to eat mold! What the frick? Okay. Now this feels good. So I just realized, and I realized a lot of things on stream, like, I realized that I had autism because of you. Not because of you, I was born with it, but I mean, like, you made me really look inside myself and consider that I had it, you know? And then I also, as we were talking right now, and I kind of realized that all my friends, I think, oh my god, they're my dad. They're just like my dad. God, I really wish I could go through this with my dad. Like, oh, I'm so glad that I have them when I didn't have my dad. I'm starting to think, maybe it's less that everyone is my dad, and maybe it's more that I wish I could have had these experiences and connections with my dad. But if you really think about it, he's the one who missed out because we're having a great time. And honestly, we should all feel bad for him. Actually, no, probably not. That guy kind of sucked. Daddy issues, eh? You too? You too? Me also. Okay, present day Uber, who was very sweet, very funny. He pointed out, I think conversation started because he noted that I was chatting up the lady in the car, and he was essentially asking me about, like, what my neighborhood was like. And at first I was very, very defensive because, you know, this is a stranger, and I hate to be that guy, but I am a little lady, and it's a bigger dude, you know? So he starts asking me about the neighborhood. My Uber driver is asking me about the neighborhood, and at first I'm unsure of this guy, but then he gets me talking. He gets me gabbing, and you know what that's like. So I kind of masked on, felt myself slip into streamer mode with this guy almost, and I just talked the entire drive, and I learned about this guy's family, his kids, his neighborhood that he lives in, and we ended up...
Ask me about my winner!
No! Not today! And so, TLDR, I ended up giving him, like, the real estate agent that I worked with, I ended up giving him his information and shit like that because he lives in a rough area with his family, but with the housing crisis that's really, really bad, yeah, so I can explain myself. I was yap maxing at this guy, and I was going, oh, it's so nice, and blah, 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 and I can afford it, which is so great, and I'm an artist, so, you know, like, and the housing, and the economy, and blah, 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 blah. So I ended up kidnapping this guy, and he was just like, but he didn't seem tortured, unless it was nervous laughter. He seemed genuinely amused, and he started driving as slow as a grandma because... I kept like...
Don't worry, Froggy. I'm a big dude and I'm also defensive around strangers.
Exactly.
I usually go for the takedown first to gain the upper hand.
Well, I can't run or do anything because my bones are made of paper. So I'm especially like, I don't know if I could take somebody down. I might just kind of be like a limp little noodle that latches onto them or something. But we exchanged like full life stories.
Proud of you
We were showing each other photos. I was showing him photos of my birds.
On some random stranger.
Thank you! Thank you! Well, I was showing him photos of my birds, and he was, I showed up late to my dental appointment. Showed up late because he had to drive like a grandma because at every stoplight, we were like taking a beat to exchange photos. So he would show me his kids and I would show him my birds. And then he was talking about how he really wants to find a nice neighborhood to move to because the one that he lives in, there's like a rise in gang or drug use activity type shit around where he and his family live. So recently, like just in the last year, he's noticed that there have been like needles in the park and just really gross, sad shit like that. So I just opened up fully to this guy and I just started talking about like, hey, here are the mortgages of this area because I was house hunting here and here's all this. And I told him my neighborhood is doing like a big get together at some point. I won't say details because I really do want to avoid doxing, but there's a big neighborhood wide thing happening and I gave him the information on it and I was like, come. So by the time I chatted until we stopped at the dentist and then I looked at him and I was like, give me your phone and I'll give you my real estate agent's contact info. And he was like, okay. And then I gave him my real estate agent that I worked with. And I was like, yeah, he's my dad's friend. So if he fucks you over, you let me know. If he fucks you over, you let me know. And I'll tell my dad. Which my stepdad, not the biological dad. The daddy issues are there, but I have a good stepdad, and it was my stepdad's friend. So I was like, yeah, he loves to drink beer with my stepdad, but if he fucks you over, I'll say no more beers.
Froggy, if they go to the block party,
yeah, the dad threat,
you're not married and lied to them.
He thought it was really funny. I loved him. He was this older guy too. Like he was all grayed and shit. He was older, and I was like, this is my. Oh no, it's come full circle. I met a nice stranger and I befriended them and I went, you're my dad. No. Maybe that's not normal. Maybe that's just, well, that's my experience with babies. For me, I see a baby and I'm like, oh, baby. And then it starts smelling, screaming, or whatever else. And I go, okay, I'm done. Here you go, baby back. And then I just have the baby for the fun part is what I mean. And
I
then
didn't want to steal
you can
the
have
baby.
it back.
I also didn't want to hold said baby. It was sort of just held out and I reflexively took it.
What's up,
I was so
Froggy?
confused.
What's up?
I'm glad you didn't drop it.
Hope you're
That would
doing
be like
awesome.
catastrophic.
Babies are lame. Babies can't sew clothes for shit.
Me neither.
As you
Babies
can
and I
see,
have a lot in
Froggy
common,
is
I
a
think.
True fairy would gladly steal a baby. Not very fair of you.
Okay, but like, what are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with it when you have it? It's just kind of there. And like, I don't have money for college tuition. I can't steal a baby. One time I held a baby for a stressed out mom on a long flight. Oh, that's so nice. You guys are so sweet. Me, I don't want to touch your baby unless it's like doing fun, cute stuff. If your baby's being difficult, I don't want to touch it. And I feel like that's really selfish of me and awful, but also, it's the truth. It's the truth. I don't want it. Unless it's like a video game baby, where it's
Froggy?
just cute and giggly and lumpy
Froggy?
and kind of floppy.
Hope you're
I
doing
like
awesome.
that. I like
Froggy?
that. But the second that you actually have to do stuff to take care of it, I don't want it. That's because your dad didn't hold you!
If I wanted to deal with someone who pisses themselves,
Yeah,
can't
probably
walk,
did.
mumbles, stumbles and falls down crying, I'd just hang out with drunk Froggy.
Hey, do we still got the fucking, yeah, I think I'm gonna need this back after
As
that
nothing
one.
makes me
Okay,
feel
hold
I
up.
need to tell everyone
I'm
in this
gonna
chat,
need this
don't
one
shake the
back.
fucking baby.
I gotta go back to the therapy couch after that one. Sheesh!
As you can see, Froggy is
It's
truly
safe, Twitch. It's safe. I'm not in any danger. This does not break TOS. I'm not endangering myself because, as you can see, my frogs are monitoring me from my baby cage, where I am suspended safely from the window. This rules! This rules, this rules, this rules! I want this in real life. Dude, in the 1920s, they used to take babies, so there was like some kind of sickness or something going around, TLDR. One of the recommended treatments for it was air, getting air, having lots of air. So, they designed these baby cages so that while the sicknesses were going around, you could put your baby inside the baby cage! And then your baby could get air! Tuberculosis, thank you. That's what the sickness was. It was tuberculosis. So that's why we had baby
Speaking of
cages.
collab.
Papa,
Hey, what the fuck are you doing, man?
I'm in a baby cage.
Hey, dude, I just clocked in the phone, took a little nap between stream. What the fuck am I looking at?
I'm in a baby cage, man.
Do you want to elaborate more? Or because I feel like I left the stream and you were just having a yappy good time. That's my friend. That's my friend. That's my friend, my good pal. And then I get back and there you're in a baby cage and you're being hovered above a tri-state area, looks like.
Yeah, tri-state area, I think so. Maybe New York? I'm not sure.
Sure. Right. Is there a reason why, or is that just kind of the new hotness, the new VTuber meta?
It's not the... Oh, can we establish this as the new VTuber meta? Can you,
Yeah.
if I make you a baby, can I make, oh my god, I'm gonna make VTuber baby cage assets. Oh my god.
If I make you a baby is the craziest thing you've ever said to me.
No, okay, hold on. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a live 2D, I'm gonna make a live 2D asset that like crops out the model and puts your VTuber, you can put your VTuber's head on like a floppy little physics baby, and then the baby is in a cage that you can suspend from anywhere on your screen. This is it, dude. We had the foot meta back in 2020, whatever. Now we're gonna have the baby cage meta in 2020, whatever year it is. Fucking rules, dude.